there is a terrible irony in healing that just breaks my heart. And that is that people come in, they know that something's wrong, or they know that they're really struggling, or that they feel like they're just totally falling apart. Sometimes they don't really, often they don't know why. And sometimes they are aware of, like, I did struggle in my childhood or in my teen years, or all of them. And the sad thing is, a huge part of the issue is that they didn't get certain needs met. So for example, they didn't feel seen. They didn't have meaningful eye contact on a regular basis. They didn't have someone reflect back to them who they were. They didn't have someone engaged and attuned to them. Maybe they didn't feel heard. They didn't feel understood. Maybe they feel like they're a burden, or they're taking up too much space. Maybe they feel like they're totally lacking safe touch. That's a huge one. And there's many, many more. So there's these core needs that weren't met, or that were even actively weaponized against the child by the parent or caregiver, or by other adults. Then this person comes in for healing. Someone like myself, maybe it's a therapist, a healer, or some sort of practitioner, shows up. And part of what happens is that we start to meet these needs that haven't been met before. So maybe now there's like meaningful eye contact. Maybe there's active listening and maybe real care. And then for practitioners like myself, we can also offer safe touch. And here's where the irony comes in. We're desperately wanting these needs to be met, craving it at such a deep, deep level. And again, this can be underneath your brain. And it terrifies us when these needs are actually met. It can feel so uncomfortable. Isn't that such a terrible irony? It's like, I just desperately want this touch, but when you touch me, even though you're wonderfully safe, I feel like squiggled out. It's like, this doesn't feel okay. I feel uncomfortable. Or maybe you soak in the eye contact that you didn't get. You soak in the eye contact you're getting from your practitioner, and then you go home and you're just feeling like, it could be just a vague sense of overwhelm. It could be a sense of just feeling uncomfortable or overexposed is common, or just like avoidant and like, I don't want to do that again, even though I do, but I don't. And you start having this like inner wrestle with yourself about it. I just want to say, if this is you, this is so common. And in fact, this is part of the process. What people tend to do is they start to have this discomfort, or these kind of avoidances arise. And so this is often early on. And then they just disappear and they stop doing any healing work. Or they think that there's something going on that's wrong. This isn't the person for me, or whatever the situation is. And that can be true. And it can feel that way and not be true. So they end up losing the opportunity to do the deeper work. What I highly recommend, if you feel good about the person you're seeing and you don't see any major red flags, notice the discomfort and bring it with you. Bring it with you, no matter how cringy or squiggly or uncomfortable it makes you feel. Bring it into the session and talk about it. And the person that you're working with should be able to hold it. Don't worry about being offensive. Oh, if I tell them that I'm feeling aversion towards seeing them, they're going to be offended. That's not why we're here. You're not here to coddle us and to make us feel better. This is literally what's supposed to happen, is the discomfort comes up and then we can be with that in whatever way needed. Maybe that means I need physical space from you in the room right now. Maybe it means something different. Maybe it just means being heard. So, terrible irony there. I need these needs met, and then when they are, I run away, right? It's not a fun process, but it's part of it. So just notice this, if this has come up for you before, bring it into sessions. Bring it into sessions because it's really good stuff to work with.